You don't hate working. You hate waking up, already tired. You hate staring at the clock, waiting for a life that only begins at 5 p.m. You hate giving your energy, your time, your youth to something that feels like it could replace you tomorrow and never notice you're gone. And maybe what you hate the most is the quiet realization that you're not even sure what you would rather be doing instead. Sit down, my friend. Don't rush. Grandpa T is here. And today, we're not just going to talk about work. We're going to talk about why your soul feels heavy when you do it. I am Grandpa T. I am here not because I have all the answers, but because I've asked enough questions and lived long enough to understand this. A man does not break from hard work. A man breaks from empty work. You see, work is not the enemy. Work is a mirror. It reflects back to you who you are becoming. And if you don't like what you see in that reflection, you won't just hate your job. You'll start to hate your days. Let me tell you something most people feel, but never say out loud. There is a special kind of exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. It's the exhaustion of doing something that your heart is not connected to. You can sleep 8 hours, drink your coffee, take your breaks, and still feel drained. Why? Because your body is present, but your spirit is somewhere else. It's like rowing a boat, but your anchor is still tied to the shore. No matter how hard you row, you feel stuck, and over time, that feeling turns into resentment, then frustration, then quiet anger, and one day, you wake up and say, I hate working. But no, you don't hate working. You hate rowing without moving. There are two kinds of people in this world, not rich and poor, not successful and unsuccessful, but those who feel connected to what they do, and those who feel detached from it. Let me show you the difference. There's a woman who wakes up early, not because she has to, but because something inside her is pulling her forward. Her work is difficult, stressful even, but it feels like it matters. Then there's another person who wakes up to an alarm that feels like an enemy. Every task feels heavy. Every hour feels long. Every Monday feels like a punishment. Same hours, same effort, different experience of life. Why? Because one is building something they believe in, and the other is surviving something they don't. You've been sold a dream, a quiet, comfortable, safe dream. Just get a stable job. Play it safe. Be practical. And yes, there is wisdom in safety, but there is also a hidden cost, because comfort without meaning becomes a slow poison. It doesn't hurt all at once. It numbs you, day by day, year by year, until one day you realize you've traded your curiosity, your excitement, your sense of aliveness for predictability, and suddenly you don't feel alive anymore. You just feel maintained. So what do? How do you escape this? You start with something simple, something brutally honest. You ask yourself, is the value I create something I respect? Not something that pays well, not something that looks good on paper, but something that deep down you can stand behind. Because here's the truth. You can tolerate long hours, you can tolerate stress, you can tolerate difficulty, but you cannot tolerate meaninglessness. A man will carry heavy stones all day if he believes he's building something important. But ask him to carry feathers for no reason at all, and he will feel exhausted. The weight is not the problem. The meaning is. Now let me pause here for a moment, because I want you to reflect, not later, right now. If someone followed you for an entire day, watching everything you do, would they say, this person is building something meaningful? Or would they see someone just trying to get through the day? If this message is hitting something real inside you, take a second, hit the like button so this reaches someone else who feels the same. Subscribe. If you want more conversations that actually make you think. And in the comments, be honest. Are you building something or just surviving? Grandpa T is listening. Now here's where people get stuck. They think, I just need to find my passion. But passion is not something you stumble upon. It's something you build through action. Purpose is not a lightning strike. It's a slow fire. You start small. You try things. You fail. You learn. You adjust. And slowly, something begins to feel different. You care a little more. You engage a little deeper. You feel a little more alive. That's the fire starting. And if you keep feeding it with effort, with curiosity, with patience, it becomes something powerful, something that pulls you out of bed instead of dragging you. Let me tell you one of the biggest traps of modern life. Most people live as consumers. They watch, they scroll, they react, but they rarely create. And creation is where meaning lives. When you create something, a video, a skill, a solution, a piece of art, even a better version of yourself, you feel different because now you are no longer just experiencing life, you are shaping it. And even if no one claps, even if no one notices, you will know. And that is enough to change how work feels. Now let's be real. Not everyone can walk away from their job tomorrow. Responsibilities exist. Bills exist. Reality exists. But here's what most people miss. Even if you can't change your situation immediately, you can change your relationship with it. Stop asking, why am I stuck here? Start asking, what is this teaching me? Every job has something hidden inside it. Discipline, communication, resilience, problem solving. If you extract those things, your job becomes a training ground. And suddenly, you're not just working for a paycheck, you're preparing for something greater. Let me tell you something few people say. You will never escape work. Even the richest man works. Even the freest person works. Because work is not just about survival, it's about expression. It's how you interact with the world, how you leave your mark, how you say, I was here. The question is not, can I avoid work? The question is, what kind of work feels worth my life? So no, you don't hate working. You hate working without meaning, without direction, without connection. And that can change slowly, quietly, one decision at a time. Find something, anything, that feels even slightly meaningful. Build it, nurture it, stay with it long enough for it to grow into something real. And one day, you'll wake up, not excited every day, but willing, present, engaged. And that is a life most people never reach. Take your time. You're not late. This has been Grandpa T. And remember, even a cathedral starts with a single brick. I'll see you in the next one.